Okay, so let's conclude this batch file submission session with a wrap up. We'll recount some key points, review resources, and identify how to contact support. So some reminders. The submission process for requesting SSIDs for new enrollments is unique. Although SSIDs can be requested in a batch file, you will need to refer to other trainings for instruction. Enrollment records must be posted or have previously existed in the CALPADS ODS to successfully post other student data file types. This is the key concept of ownership. The GERR005 or the GER5 error indicates that you do not have ownership of the student's record. Ownership comes from the enrollment period. Compare the student's enrollment history in CALPADS to the dates in the file or the dates in the rejected record and the school of attendance. Summary. Key points about file submissions. Batch file submissions provide the functionality for mass changes. File processing methods may impact how records are edited or corrected. Be sure to understand how replacement files process. All file types support the delete or D function. Regardless of submission method, batch, API, or online, records must pass the same validations prior to posting. All batch file submissions with no errors automatically post data to CALPADS. CALPADS traffic and volume may impact processing times. So here we have the resources, and I will cover them real quickly, but of course you have the CSIS training channel, the CALPADS user manual, and the system documents page. All right. On the system documents page, the file specifications, the error list, and the data guide really help detail what's needed in your batch file submissions or when you're troubleshooting errors. Okay, so here we have the CSIS training channel. If you're not watching this training in YouTube form, maybe you're in our LMS. There's additional error correction videos. There's troubleshooting tips if you have to manipulate files outside your student information system. Here you can see the older version of the batch file submission. This current version has been revised after the post redesign. File submission redesign. These videos are great to watch as well. If you're going to be using batch files for SSID request, please watch the match tool and the file submission redesign video. Those would be beneficial. SSID requests are a bit different than the rest of your batch file submission training. All right. So the second resource was the CALPADS user manual. There's a lot of information in here. Specific instructions for uploading and submitting files, file upload, view submission details. You can find that in the CALPADS user manual. Again, the post process. So if you need information about requesting SSIDs in a batch file, the user manual is a great resource. You see CALPADS SSID assignment. It's discussed in that video. Identifying SSIDs for newly acquired students, an additional video you should watch for SSID assignment, along with the SSID match tool video. So please review the match tool video and you can see how useful the CALPADS user manual is. And then, of course, if you need assistance troubleshooting errors that you submitted via batch, you have troubleshooting, you have contact the service desk, and current known issues. Again, some of these errors will be linked to videos of instruction. Those videos again brings you back to the CSIS training channel. If you go to playlists, you have error correction here, and this will get you started. And so validation errors, you can see there's a SNR 454, GER 7, 432. This is expanded as time allows. And then last but not least, you have the CDE web portal, which has the CALPADS system documentation page. So here is a link to the CALPADS system documentation page, and you can see the CALPADS file specification documents. We've mentioned the CALPADS file specification docs, or DOCX. That's the Word document. It tells you about operational keys, transaction processing methods. You have the CFS forms document if you're trying to find out field by field requirements and validation rules. This is the resource for that. And then in Fall 2, if you see invalid data errors or mismatch, the valid code combinations may be a good resource for you. And then, of course, you have access to the CALPADS error list, the Excel spreadsheet version, and then the CALPADS data guide, which provides information about business rules, some field specification information. So those are the resources that you will need that will assist you resolving errors and submitting batch files. And so with that, we please ask that you submit a survey, submit any questions you have to the support desk. So we want to make sure that we say thank you for attending and watching this session. We appreciate your hard work and dedication, and your continued effort to support the students of California. Thank you.